Good day, everyone. I'm back for the weekly edition of Trash Talk, easy ways to reuse, reduce, recycle. For those just tuning in to the show, my name is Marlen, and today we're diving into a topic that touches every household: how to reduce waste at home. With us is Dr. Cherry Baliascas, one of the founders and the present coordinator of the Regional Center of Expertise on Education for Sustainable Development Cebu. RCE Cebu is a global network accredited by the United Nations University. She holds a doctoral degree in sociology from Japan's Tsukuba University. Dr. Cherry also writes a column for the Freeman Cebu every Thursday and Saturday. Welcome, Dr. Cherry.
Thank you, Marlene.
Let's jump right in. Waste is a huge problem everywhere, and the Philippines is no exception. Why do you think waste reduction at home is a good starting point?
You see, waste starts with the hands. Most of the people are at home. So you start at home. If you convince people at home to do it, then there will be no waste thrown outside the home. And so waste will not be a problem if you manage waste at home with your own hands. So that's the campaign.
That's so true. Many people might think, I'm just one person. What difference can I make? What do you say to that?
I think many people do not realize that the waste problem really comes from them, that we are, the people are the problem, the cause of the problem, and therefore we are also the solution. I think they should be reminded to retrace the trail of waste, and waste ends up with our hands. How else can you throw waste? Hands placed together to throw, then you have a mountain. You lose so much productive lands, you lose so much funds, you lose so much homes, and so on. So, to those who say, wala ko'y mahimo, are, we would like to remind them na ay mahimo tanan.
Speaking of small steps, let's make this practical. What are some easy things families can do right away to reduce waste at home?
There are different types of waste, Manggod. So the first thing is really, the key is really waste segregation. They have heard of it, no? In our campaign, we call it, dalawang tawag namin to break it up. We have agape, and this is for kitchen and food waste. Kasi, and then kitchen and food waste are the ones that cause basurahan to be very smelly, to be very unhealthy, to be risky for health of especially people, because the pests come in and they like to partake of waste. Agape is our solution for that. Our first step: segregate all kitchen and food waste, and then instead make a garden per ecosystem. That's agape. And agape also happens to mean love, and love of the highest kind. It also means sharing. So if you share your kitchen waste and your food waste and convert them into compost, fertilizer for the soil, then there's no more waste. How do you do agape? You have your kitchen waste and food waste. Tagtaron ni siya, you shred them with the tiniest portion. We always say the worms that will feed on them, which will fertilize the soil. Gamay lang ang stomachs. So that's easy for people to conceptualize now, because worms whom that we need to fertilize the soil with feed on waste. And if you can make the waste smaller and you shred them, it's easy for the worms to eat them, and then they spread it out. If you do that, that also targets not only waste, no? Kasi anyone who makes compost can now plant. And anyone who can plant cannot be hungry at all, ever. It's an anti-hunger, anti-poverty tool. Kasi compost, you can produce food from it. There's food security, and then there's food stability. You can raise your own healthy food, and then you can sell your food. You can sell your seedlings. You can sell your compost. So nothing wasted. And then our second campaign is still with waste segregation. Now we're breaking it up into two, as we said. So agape is for food and kitchen waste. The second is deo, daily eco offering. Offer the rest of your waste back to the earth, back to the Lord by segregating them. And these are the other types of waste. You have paper waste, you have plastic waste, you have glass. If you segregate them, you can find some ways for them to be useful. Our paper campaign, for example, for under Deo, under Daily Eco Offering, you shred them again and then you soak them in water. Pag pulp na siya, you can use a screen to filter the water, isaag. Yung silk screen, bitaw niya, isaag nimo, and then dry it, and then keep it under the sun. And in 3 hours, you have paper. You have recycled paper. The most practical, really, is to make paper charcoal, paper uling. Okay, it's the same process. You shred your paper. It's easier if you soak it in basin. This is also therapeutic and cathartic kasi you use your hands, no? So if you're emoting, o di sige, gisi, and then, samukra, and so on. Or especially for challenged children and for challenged elderly or the seniors, no, like mahimo, or mga marites, they can marites while they're doing this. So it's very cathartic. It's a social activity, no? But anyway, you now have you have soaked your paper, you have shredded your paper, and then you form a ball with your hand. You group them together and then form a ball. You let them stay in a container, flat container, and then dry them under the sun. Dry them under the sun. And then the longer the drying, the better. And then the drier, it should be very dry para wala yung extra smoke. Does not become very fun. And then you can cook with about 8, we counted about 8 fish-size charcoal ball. In fact, we have one that we use in our campaign, makaluto og isda nga na ay gulay taken from their agape, from their garden, o na tinunuan pag yun, and all with using paper charcoal. So that's paper uling. And our third campaign is really plastics. Kasi mao na yung pinaka-problemado sa tanang plastics because they're not biodegradable and they can stay on for hundreds of years and to pollute the earth, especially the water, air, and land. No? So plastics, sachets, everybody eats candies, they have medicines. These are home items. So what do we do? Then you use any PET bottle, any type of waste. You just unroll them, twist them, and then ang mga single-use plastics, about 100 of them, can easily fit into one like this. Every room in our home has one. In my bag, everywhere I go, I have one. So you can imagine if one person does one eco brick, and then our suggestion is please weigh. Okay, then feel good that you have removed this much volume of waste away from the earth, from harming the earth, and you've done your share. Depending on the waste types, there are many options as except to throw and to dirty the earth. Then we're good. Everyone can do it very easily, and we hope everyone does it. We have partner schools na ba, like Kabangkalan, elementary school, 900 plus of their students are making eco bricks, and let's say they have one brick every month, that's 900 plus eco bricks taken away. We're asking them to weigh this, and then 900, and then times 12. So that's about 1,000 plus per year. You can imagine if all the students will do this and all the households will do this, wala tayo problema plastic. But of course, the best solution to plastic is not produce plastic, kasi not to use fossil fuels. The worst pollutant of the world is gasoline, oil, and plastic is made from oil and gasoline. So our position is still reduce or substitute plastics with more biodegradable materials, reduce it, have the global plastic treaty approved and implemented and talagang complied with, and then everybody else will do their share for reducing, recycling plastics on the household level. and school level and wherever they are.
Okay, so I love how useful and doable those tips are, Dr. Cherry. So if you're just joining us right now, with me is sustainability expert, Dr. Cherry Baliescas. So, Doc Cherry, you've already included partly how to involve kids in the campaign. So, do you have any more tips about how to bring kids, even small kids, into joining waste reduction at home?
Trial tested this no, in some private schools where nursery students and elementary students participated. They did the compost. So ang kitchen waste, we shred them, no? Katagkaron. Kunya, I forgot to mention na dapat squeeze out ang tubig. And then you layer them. So you can ask the child to help you make clubhouse for the worms, club sandwich for the worm. So it's soil, and then your tinadtad nga mala, and then your soil, tinadtad. So it's soil on top, soil at the bottom, and then you keep that in a kaang or in a plastic kanang container, pet bottle that you cut in half, or any container that you have. If you have land, uh, you can divide your land into a square, murag dama bitaw. So you can, even if you have a very small space, you you plant vertically. You divide it into 9 spaces. You plant day 1 sa plot 1. Then you jump plot 3, like dama. Then you jump 4, 5, and so on. And then in 18 days, mo subside ang yuta, and then that's already composted in 18 days. If you start planting anything on it, a seed or whatever, especially if these are the fast growing vegetables like pechay, kangkong, in 2-3 months time, na kay vegetable. So it's a learning process for children as well, especially if they start seeing the seeds bitaw nga mo grow na into seedling. Then you can explain to them, then they see the fruit. So it's not just educational, and then they dirty their hands, which is good kasi you need to go and touch the earth with your hands. Okay, it's good for you. It's also good for them to know how to grow plants so they'll never be hungry at all. No more hunger, no more poverty with the young generation because they know how to plant, no? And then they clean up the earth. That's also most important. They preserve the earth together, even as they're young. They are our companions. They are our eco warriors to protect the planet. So children can do this, and then sa paper mache, sa paper pot, they can make items from doing paper mache instead of charcoal, instead of recycled paper. The little paper, gestures lang for saving the earth. They don't have to cut trees. And when you don't cut trees, then you have the forest, and then you have oxygen that will keep everybody breathing clean air. And then we have to explain to them that paper comes from trees. Uling, charcoal comes from trees. So igsuon ra na sila. When you make paper uling, that is also generally preserving the trees, related to trees. Gikan lang to sa trees, ang imong paper uling. Then you can sell the paper uling, kay mahal man kayong uling.
These are fantastic tips, Dr. Balyeska. So you've also given me a lot of ideas on what I can do in my own home. But before we wrap up, could you share one message to inspire our listeners to take action?
Yes, please. We would like to inform everyone that we're giving free voluntary training for any group, any community, any offices that wish to have this training on kitchen food composting and options for other waste types. We are ready to go where they are, and then this is voluntary. It's our mission. It's also our mandate because RCE Cebu is mandated to promote SDGs and to help in the attainment of 17 Sustainable Development Goals. So you can email us at ceburce@gmail.com, or They can read my column kasi my email address is there, cbaliescas@yahoo.com, or they can call you. Please let me know. We reached out to about 7,000 participants last year. We did about 50 trainings, and we're hoping to do just as many or more trainings this year. It's only partnership that will really uh, protect people and planet, the 5 pillars of sustainable development. That will be peace, prosperity for people and planet. But we can only do this with the 5th P, which is partnership. So let's all work together. Please call us. We'd be happy to join you. We can tailor the training according to their needs. Naabay counterparts sila. Yes, po. It's in a community. We need microphones and I think naman as barangay, no? And if we need PowerPoint, then we will need slide, projector, and so on. Kung wala, we make do with whatever they have.
Thank you, Dr. Baliescas, for giving your all for Mother Earth and for sharing your expertise with us today.
Thank you very much, Marlene, for allowing us to share it with you and your audience.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in to Trash Talk. Let's all do our part to reduce waste and make our homes and communities more sustainable. Until next time, this is Marlene saying goodbye and reminding you, small actions lead to big changes.